Hello, my name is Leanne Hadley, and this is Pieta, a spiritual movement of love and compassion towards ourselves, others, the earth, and all God's creatures. Basically, we're a group of people who are trying to be more loving and compassionate in the world. And if that's something that interests you, you are part of Pieta. We are in the middle of a 4-week exploration of holy listening. We're practicing holy listening. We've already done a 4-week study of what holy listening is. It's a method that I designed, and you can learn more about that on my YouTube channel or on my website. And anyway, holy listening is basically where we hold sacred space with another person, hold space so that God can do God's work. It's based on the scripture, where 2 or more are gathered, there I will be. And so tonight we're going to practice holy listening for our 3rd time out of 4. So we're getting good at holy listening now, I hope. I'm going to start by lighting our candle so that we can enter our sacred space together. So now we are in sacred space together, and I welcome you to this sacred space. And I want to do our Pieta prayer and then read some scripture. Let me be in the world with nothing to prove, letting go of all expectations and judgment. May I give and receive compassion. May I care for others and receive their care. May I love deeply and receive love. May I be in the world with nothing to prove. May I be Pieta. Pieta is a space where everyone is welcome and where we try to be more loving and compassionate. The scripture that we use is Christian scripture primarily, because I am a United Methodist minister, but your faith is honored by us, and I hope that our scripture is not off-putting for you. So anyway, welcome. The 4 scriptures that we're looking at each have a gift with them, and it's a gift that helps us understand why holy listening is so important and why we are called to be holy listeners. So the first scripture is Micah 7:7. The prophet Micah says, "But as for me, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation, and my God will hear me." This is the first sort of tenet of holy listening, and that is that we don't do the work. God does the work. We hold sacred space and God does the work. So as we're doing holy listening, we're using the gift that has been given to us of waiting. We wait on God, God's timing, God's presence, God's healing. We wait with anticipation. So, but as for me, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. So that's the first scripture. The second scripture is Matthew 11. And this is simply where Jesus says, "He who has ears, let him hear. She who has ears, let her hear." So this is the gift of the call to listen, and that we listen with our ears, but we're also listening with our heart and with our eyes. If we do that, if we listen with our ears, we listen with our heart, we don't judge, we don't cast any shame on anybody, we wait for God, what we will see are the very things that Jesus did. Jesus says, I heal the blind can see, people find comfort, people find life, life, death, resurrection. Jesus saw people at their very lowest and he brought them back up. And that's what we do in holy listening. So the process seems so simple. We're just listening, we're present. But what we will see, what we will witness, is the magnificence of God to work in the life of people and the resiliency of people, which is amazing. So the gift of the call to listen, it doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like something anybody can do. But believe me, everybody can do it, but they don't. It's a decision to say, I am gifted, I can do this. So that's the second gift. The third scriptures are one for tonight. And it basically says, therefore, consider carefully how you listen. No one lights a lamp and hides it in a clay jar or puts it under a bed. Instead, they put it on a stand so that those who come in can see the light. So anyway, this is reminding us that if you are called to holy listen, that's an important calling. And it's a light that you can shine in the world. And don't put that under a bushel. basket. We'll talk about that more in a minute. And the last one is Luke 24:17, and it's where Jesus says, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" And this is the ability to listen fully and not one up your neighbor. So we'll learn about that next week. But tonight, we're going to look at the Luke 8 passage. So basically, this is one of the most familiar scriptures. I'll bet even if you're not Christian or you've never read the Bible in your life, I bet you know this passage because it's so quoted so many times everywhere. And it basically says, Jesus talking to his people and he says, look, let your light shine. You've been given a light, let it shine. No one lights a lamp and then puts it in a clay jar or puts it under a bed. Instead, they put it on a stand so that those who come in can see the light. And then he goes on to say, there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open if you let your light shine. So you're not the flashlight, seeking things out. You're just a light. Your listening is a light for another person. You're light in the middle of their darkness, and that is a gift. And Jesus invites us not to put that under a bushel barrel. And then I never noticed this verse 18 that says, therefore, consider carefully how you listen. And that's what we're doing. We're considering carefully. We're going to listen without judgment, without correcting people, without going into our own scenario of what they should be doing, what they shouldn't. We're going to be fully present with another person. And that's a gift. Now, we've been doing this now, if you've done from the very beginning of Holy Listening, for 7 weeks. And you're probably saying to yourself, I don't know if this even matters. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know who I'm going to do Holy Listening with. And what I'm inviting you to do tonight is to embrace the light, the gift that God has given you. And I'll tell you why. Because you know, and I know, that this world is hurting right now. Your friends are hurting. Your children are hurting. Your grandchildren are hurting. The loneliness epidemic alone is crippling to people. I have some statistics to read to us. Did you know that 60% of all adults in the United States of America suffer from loneliness? That's more than half of the people in America suffer from loneliness. You might be one of them. People between the ages of 18 and 22 are the loneliest people. 79% of them, almost 80%, 8 out of every 10 people between the age of 18 and 22 say that they're lonely. And the loneliness is global. It's across the world now. It's growing, but it is most prominently felt here in the United States. And people are feeling disconnected and they're feeling isolated. They're busy, but they're not feeling like they have relationships. And so they turn to the internet and they look to the internet to be their saving grace, and they get on the internet, and that does not fill that loneliness gap. It leads to more loneliness. It isolates you further. It gives you all kinds of pressure to look this way and look that way and be happy and follow this person and follow that person. And now it is so loaded with ads. Even to get on Facebook to try to connect with your friends, you've got all these ads popping up all the time. And now we've got AI, which is going to act like it's our friend, our companion. It has no soul, I just want to remind you. And I just read a study, it was in the New York Times, and it's been all over the news now, that says that, 72% of our teens between the ages of 13 and 17 turn to an AI companion when they need listened to and when they have a problem before a human being, because they don't trust humans as much as they trust computers. These statistics are horrifying to me. And what's even more horrifying is that we're all walking around saying, I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it. I think that listening is a basic gift that we've all been given. And it costs nothing to do. Nothing. You might have holy listening stones. You might carry with you just a piece of paper. You don't even need holy listening stones. You can just listen to somebody. Listening is the cure for this loneliness, because listening leads to connection. And not only will they feel connected to you, you will feel connected to them. So if you feel lonely, Be a holy listener for someone else, and you'll find connection. And if you're in a really good space, don't think, well, I'm in a good space, there's nothing I can do. Yes, there is. You can be a holy listener. So I know this feels pushy and a little strong. I'm not usually this strong, but I just feel like we need more listening and less talking in this world. And this is an easy skill to use. And I invite you to find places where you can let this light of holy listening shine. You can do this. And I invite you to do it. That's why I'm doing these videos, because I just want as many people as possible to become a holy listener. It sounds like nothing, but in a world that is this lonely, having people step up and say, how was your day? And really listen to you. What is your pain? I'm here to listen to you. That's gold. Let your light shine. Consider carefully how you listen. So we're going to practice holy listening again tonight. And again, we're going to use the holy listening stones. We're just going to spend time together. We're going to listen. And after you listen to one another tonight, the question is, are you feeling more confident as a holy listener? And who do you think in this world that you interact with every day could use your gift? If you decided to let that gift shine, who could use the gift of holy listening that God has placed inside your heart? All right? So enjoy your holy listening time, and then ask yourself the question of who do you think could use your gift, and are you feeling more confident, more comfortable being a holy listener? All right. Thank you for being here tonight. I'll see you next time.